Hi guys, it's Jamie from supergrowth.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use my outbound link checker tool. So what this basically does is you enter your domain name of your website up here and then click check links, and it'll go off and crawl every page on your website and then look at all the outbound links for any reason that you don't want to be linking to those websites. So a good example of that is say there's two websites ranking in Google for the same, they're both targeting the same search term, got same on-page SEO, same off-page SEO, same amount of link juice flowing through, but one of them, your one, is linking to a website that's been flagged as malware by Google. Now, which one do you think Google's going to favour in that scenario, considering they're paying people thousands of dollars to find vulnerabilities in Chrome, and they've got their safe browsing API? They're not really going to want to serve up websites that are linking to malware. So I'll just go through a few options we have in the software before we see it in action. So if we go to options here, so this is how this gives you some flexibility when defining what you class as a bad link. So you might be fine, linking to foreign sites. You might have some kind of affiliation with a foreign website that you link to. Most people wouldn't, I think. That's why by default it's classed as bad, because a lot of the time, we've got a forum and it's riddled with spam that we're linking to foreign sites. So that's a good way to find those spammy links. Again, same as adult. If you're in the adult niche, untick that. If not, leave it ticked, because you've got no real reason to be linking to adult websites. Google check. So that basically, the Google check sees whether the website you're linking to is indexed, and if so, how many pages are indexed. So if you've got a website you're linking to that should be indexed but it's not, good chance they've been hit with some kind of penalty, and you probably don't want to be linking to them. Also, like I said, it'll bring back how many pages are indexed for that site. The reason I have that check built in is because if it brings back a huge amount of pages that are indexed, and that that doesn't look right for that site, then it might have expired and someone might have turned it into an auto blog and they're just blasting out spun content on a mass scale before they get penalized. You don't want to be linking to that kind of thing. Sometimes I do leave it as skip, because Google's quite harsh when it comes to how many requests you can send, and it will be a lot slower if you are checking its Google index status as well. I think the delay is about 1 to 2 minutes on that. Next we've got skip Alexa top 1000 websites. So I always leave that ticked, because you don't need to check whether the linking to the top 1000 websites on the internet is safe. That's things like YouTube and Twitter and Facebook. That's fine to link to always. Delay between website crawls. If you've got decent hosting, just leave that a second. If you've got shared hosting and you're worried your host's going to the IP for doing too many page crawls, you can knock that up a bit. And index pages, that's what we discussed about flagging it if it's some kind of content, auto content farm or something. About link level, just generally I'd leave that at 100. That checks the outbound links on the home pages for any insane amount for any reason. Okay, so let's start. In this example, I'm just going to pull a little bit of the Matthew Woodward blog because he's got a few little malware links on there. I will tell him about those before I release this video. You know, sometimes those links are kind of out of your control in comment sections and things like that. I thought he seemed like a nice enough guy, so I thought I'd give him a little bit of publicity. Okay, so let's check links. So we're just checking now that that's a valid domain before we start crawling it. So crawling the root. There we go, it's skipping some sites because it knows they're in the top 1000. It's found plenty of outbound links, checking for adult words, checking the forum. So we'll leave this to run for a few minutes and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so it's been running for just about 30 seconds, so we've got a few results. We can see that on the About Me page here, he's linking hireyourmentor.com, which has been flagged as malware by Google. So we can see we've got an issue to deal with there. I'll just go through some of these different columns while it's running. So as we covered earlier, that's the outbound link on the home page. Whether it's indexed or not in Google, because I got skip Google on it, says unknown. Whether it's an adult website, whether it's malware, whether it's foreign, and that's foreign by anything that's not in the A to Z alphabet. Live dead, whether the domain isn't resolving to anything. The amount of pages Google has indexed. Cloaking. Now the cloaking is quite sensitive, so all that basically does is crawl the website you're linking to, the home page, and then crawl it again as the Google bot. And if it serves up something drastically different, then the cloaking flag's set. Now there are legitimate reasons for doing that. I have seen quite big websites, I think even Facebook sets that off actually, that serve up something different to Google. So if you see it on a website you trust, don't worry about it. If you see it on a website that you think might be a little bit dodgy, then it's just worth having a look and seeing if they're doing anything else that looks suspicious. Bad anchor text. So I'll check the anchor text on your outbound links on the source page to see if they contain anything spammy looking, like, you know, make money, Viagra, cheap loans, that kind of stuff. You know, that kind of auto spammy stuff. Website niche. This is quite useful because if you're linking to a website, it expires, someone buys it and turns it into part of their PBN. You don't want to be linking to that, but that wouldn't set any of these flags off if it's, you know, high quality PBN. But you could tell it's probably a PBN if they've changed the niche. So, you know, if the domain name is something like best restaurant or something, and then with a niche that we've worked out from the meta tags, it's, you know, dog training tips, and you know something's not quite right and you want to take a manual look at that. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please fire me an email, fill out a contact form.